Good morning. Oh my gosh, is anybody there? Okay, somebody just showed up. Hi! I'm having a little bit of hot coffee this morning. Hello! And some toast with like peanut, almond butter and a little bit of strawberry jam. So if you excuse me, I'm gonna have breakfast with you guys. How's everybody? How is your house treating you? Your family or your roommate? Whichever you guys are spending the apocalypse with, basically. I mean, we've just been going through an interesting time, so everybody wanted the apocalypse. Well, here it is. Apocalypse in 2020. Go to your house. Be safe. So, for those who are asking, I'm having iced coffee. I don't know why I've been into the iced coffee. Like, I used to love warm, tasty coffee, but for the past I would say year or something, I've been taking iced coffee. And I mean, Starbucks, unless I really have to, I go out and buy coffee at Starbucks. But to be honest with you, it's super expensive to buy coffee whenever you feel like it. It's like minimum like $5. So I found really cool brew. I just make it in the morning. Okay, so why am I here? I'm here because I want to connect with you guys. I'm here because I care about how you guys are doing. I want to know what's happening in your world. What's happening in your universe. I want to know, and I want to tell you about mine and how we've been coping with it. I mean, we're definitely in this together. I can see that there are people in New York. Please stay home if you're in New York, because it's so bad there. It's terrible what's happening, and it's extremely concerning. And we are in this together. There's not you without me, or not me without you. Okay. So let me see what you guys are saying. Okay, somebody is in the UK and was saying that he needs 12 weeks of isolation. Huh. Okay, so let me talk about isolation. Okay? Let's just really talk about it. Everybody's so stressed about the fact that they're home, the fact that they can't go out, the fact that they don't, whatever. They have to go back to their parents' house. They have to go and deal with the babies, their children 24 hours because they cannot go to work and the kids can go to school or whatever. I want you guys to understand one thing. Isolation, it's when you are put in a place in which you can call, connect, be online. Like, that's basically when I like to think of isolation. Like, if I ever go, prison is isolation. Like, you have minimum contact with the world. Okay, and hopefully this will make you feel better, because I'm not like the most social person out there. Like, I don't need to be around a group of people to feel good. But some people do. Some people, they're just, tribe people. They just love their friends and girlfriends. like it's, and I understand, but for those who are always attached to the people, friends, isolation is when you don't have any access to the people you love. You only have to deal with the people that you are with. Okay? So prison is isolation from society and from everything. They don't have social media. They cannot go live anywhere. They cannot send messages like us. Okay? If we need to go to the market, we go to the market. If we need to, we need to do anything specific, we do that. But the one thing we can have, it's a conversation. It's a connection. It's a connection, and it's a huge privilege that we live every day. Okay? And the reason why that's the first thing I say in the morning is because I wake up and I meditate and I do my exercises. I used to go to the gym, now I do yoga. Like it's, it's adjustments. It's the way that it is, and I am okay with it. But I don't feel alone. I don't. And I don't feel like isolated just because I'm in my home. I mean, if they would have taken me from my home and put in a different place in which I don't know anybody and I can't have access to nobody, that's isolation. Let's just put things in perspective and understand how lucky we are that even in the worst circumstances, we can still talk to the people we love. We can FaceTime them. We can really be in touch with our books, with we can watch television, we can talk. I'm talking to you right now. How could I feel alone if I can connect with you anytime? I want to know how you feel. It's just, we just have to adapt to a different way of connecting. And that is not isolation, my friends. Okay? It's not. Like right now, I just went karaoke in the car like a crazy person. Like, I don't feel isolated at all. Yes, I would have loved to have like a bunch of people in my car to sing with. But hey, it's different. Okay? So that's kind of like what I wanted to start saying. While I'm having toast and coffee. So that's number one. Anywhere you are, you're not isolated. You're definitely not alone. So get that over your head. Okay? Now, this whole anxiety, uncertainty thing. Okay? Everything you're feeling in that regard is absolutely normal. Why? Because there's an abstract virus out there that we don't see. Because if we would have seen it, we close the doors and we know something is there. Eventually it's going to go away. But we don't see it. We don't feel it like when it's around us. And we don't know how we can kill it, how we stop and the whole thing. We just don't have the cure either. Okay? That creates an uncertainty because something is threatening our lives, right? So let's just put in our minds that it's normal to feel anxious about this until our specials, our masters, our scientists can figure out how to stop it. Because I can tell you one thing. If we went to the moon and we figured that out back then, we can figure this out. It just needs time. And that's all it is. It's a matter of time. We just have to trust the people that are behind this, trying to figure this out. Because they want the best for us. They really do. Nobody wants us to die like this. It's not how It's not how our history has presented itself in the past. So let's just, first of all, we're not alone. I'm here. You're here. I don't know how many are in this call right now, but it's more than one person. It's more than two. And each one of you matters. And thank you so much for joining me on this crazy morning of karaoke and crazy breakfast and me talking to you guys about, hey, stop saying you're alone, because you're not, okay? Because if you feel alone, then I'm going to start feeling alone. And I don't like that, because I'm not. So, hi from Indonesia. I just saw hey from Indonesia. So what am I eating? I'm eating toast, gluten-free toast, and with almond butter and some jam. So, okay. Now, I don't trust everything. I don't agree with the things that they've been handling, the way that things have been handled. This went out of control, and it should have been stopped when it's supposed to. Now, don't feel that you are powerless in this. Just because somebody sent you to work, because they sent me to work too. I was living the apocalypse that you guys know. And that was where, we were doing Fear the Walking Dead. And they stopped because it was getting dangerous. So if you're home because you're not working, I am in the same place. And we don't have a specific timeline that says, hey, this virus is going to go away in 4 days. I'll see you in 4 days. Go to sleep. No. That's not the case for nobody. So since we're in this process, and it's so unfortunate that it got so out of hand to this extent that everywhere is stopped, there's something that has to stop also in our lives. They have to. We can't just be anxious because they're trying to protect us. We have to understand why this is happening, okay? And it's happening so we can stop the entire virus. So let's just try to start putting things in perspective. You are not alone. This is just a process. It's uncertain how long this will take. It's not going to take 2 days. It's not going to take 2 years either. It will take less than that. But this uncertainty, our minds really go in extremes because we're living a little bit of extreme crap going on. So I've just been reading a lot about what's happening and how you guys feel. And I really appreciate you opening up and say, what's happening in your world. And as you guys are expressing your concerns and your anxiety and your uncertainty, I completely get it. And I'm going through it myself. But I have to figure out a way that we can turn this into something that we've learned from together. And the first one is, stop telling me that you're alone, because you're not. Because I'm here. Because you're there. And like you are there, there's all kinds of people there that need you to connect, to cope with this. And this is another way to don't take for granted, the people that are around you, that care for you. That's what we're here for. And nothing can take it away from you. It's just the way it works. Because we just live in one planet. There's no way we can leave this planet and go to another and forget. That's not going to happen. If you live in this planet, you're going to stay here. It is what it is. You might move to another country, but that doesn't take you away. You're here. Okay? You're here. Let's talk. Any questions? What do you want to talk about? Claro que hablo español. Somebody's asking me if I speak Spanish. David asked me if I speak Spanish. I sing in Spanish all the time. Any questions? Somebody said it's kind of like living in a movie, but we all have to get a grip and handle our business like people with common sense. Well, living in a movie, I mean, you know what's interesting? Everybody fantasizes with the apocalypse. Everybody to some extent fantasizes with, this very high stakes situations like, war and, people that like Call of Duty, like all this like very intense adrenaline that keeps you present. But I know I'm bringing this up because for the past 4 years I've been doing Fear the Walking Dead. For the past 5 seasons. And every time I meet, fans in the market, anywhere, they always tell me, oh my God, it would be so nice if we have an apocalypse. And I used to find it so odd because I was living it, obviously, through a character, and it's not an easy task to survive. But what I think that people find extremely exciting is the fact that when you are living those circumstances, your senses are completely on, meaning you can't think about isolation. You can't think about nothing but your survival. And all of a sudden, your life becomes present. You have no space for nothing else other than minute by minute by minute. We're not in that extreme right now because, it's a virus and, if you're home, you're safe and all that. But what you're doing is surviving. You are right now in your homes surviving and helping others survive. So therefore you're present into what's happening. You have no time to fantasize about nothing else because the media is telling you that there's danger out there. The numbers are changing, like into how many people are being infected and how many people have died. Like you can see, and what it does is that it creates a sense of urgency. It just keeps you awake. And that's what happens in the apocalypse. You are always on. You have never seen Luciana or any other characters eating an ice cream, looking at the sunset. It never happens. And I think that's what people kind of drawn to, which is that uncertainty is the being present, like what's going to happen, what's going to happen, what's going to happen, what's going to happen. Because as a spectator, when you're being entertained by that world, you're all also being in that little time machine with us into the what's gonna happen next. Well, guess what? This is how it is for real. You don't know what's gonna happen next. You don't know when it's gonna stop. But all you feel is this sense of being powerless because you can't do anything with this virus. You cannot physically kill it. Otherwise, you would have done it a long time ago for your family, for the people you love. You're just like, I'm just gonna stop this. But you can't. So think about it. It's interesting. It's interesting how people they always felt like very drawn to this. And it's because of this presence. It just keeps you present. Let's see other questions. Somebody say, hey, this is random, but I love you in fear. So cute. Okay. Lexa Alicia 93 is asking, any tips on how you stay a bit productive during this time? It can be hard sometimes to stay focused, and I know. Trust me, I know. So this is a tip that I can give you. Okay. The reason why it's hard is because you're not doing the things that you normally do. Like go to the office, go to your job, come back, do dinner, whatever. So now, because you're home, home for you and for everybody, unless you work from home, it's a place to rest and relax, right? Watch TV, cook, be with your kids. Like now you're home 24 hours. So therefore, in your mind, you're like, okay, I'm doing nothing, or I'm wasting my time. And then your mind goes into, when is this gonna stop? This needs to stop and feel alone. Okay, no. This is what you do. Before you go to sleep, you think of the things you want to do. You write it in something like this, in a pad. You write it. What you have to do. And what's important is, once you write that, write what's best to do first, second, and third, and fourth. Just do a list in the order that you want to do them. Don't do, something extremely physical first, when then after that you have to read a book or something. Like just to be from the start, before you go to bed, write it down. It doesn't take that long. Do it in your bed. Like I do it in my bed. Write it down. And then when you write it down, start think about how you're going to do it. Like, is it going to be fun? You have to make it interesting. You can't just like, oh, tomorrow's going to be another day and I'm just going to whatever. No, because it will become a whatever day, and whatever days suck. Okay? They're not cool. They just suck, and it's like, it's whatever. No meaning, no reason, just whatever. That's what it becomes, and you don't want that. So write it on a piece of paper in the order that you want to do them. And then before you go to sleep, before you close your eyes, just imagine how that's going to play out in your day. And in the middle of that, do in your tasks that you have to do in the day, do something fun. Like, oh, I've been wanting to, I don't know, watch this movie. Like after dinner, I'm going to put in my notes as like a productive thing to do, because you need something fun to keep you sane. That's productive, to keep your mental health, entertainment. I'm gonna watch that. I've been wanting to watch that. I'm gonna rent that. I'm gonna watch it. So, and imagine how your day's gonna be the next day. Okay, and that's it. And trust me, make it the worst days, the best case scenario. And even if half of it don't happen, you will still accomplish something that you visualize, and the next day it will get better and better and better. If you don't project something, nothing will be projected to you. What it will be projected to you will be uncertainty, because that's what's happening, and then you uncertainty, fear, and you will feel like you have no control over your life. And that's not true. You do have control. You're not alone. We still have light and gas and water and TV, Wi-Fi. You do have control. There's things you can do if you plan it. Like I tell you what I did yesterday. I did all my tasks, but for fun, I took a bath. I love baths. I love baths so much. I was like, I'm going to take a bath. And then I was looking forward to it all day. And then I did. And when I did, I put a little music. And I just took a nice 30-minute bath. And it was so much fun. And then I ate dinner. And I was like, gosh, I want to take more baths. And that's what I mean. If you don't project it, if you don't do something, and in between all the stuff that you're doing, do something that you love for fun, okay? Then it will become hard. It will become a task, and you have to blend things in life, okay? And that's something that I think it's important. So my tip, write it down and give yourself a gift and make something fun for you. Bake something, make a cake, 2 eggs. Buy one of those little boxes that you can bake a cake, eat it. Who cares, but do something that it will make you feel happy. Take a picture of the cake. It'll be fun. Put it on social media. People would love that. Cook. I don't know, but whatever it is, you're not alone, and you should not feel like you're alone. Everything that I'm telling you is everything I'm doing right now. And it's been helping, and it's been working. So that is some of the things that I've been doing, I actually, what I thought yesterday? I thought of getting a fish, like a little fish with a little, ball, little things in it. I think, because I want to have a pet, but at the same time, I travel so much and I work so much that I don't feel like it's fair to just get a dog because I'm quarantined at home. Because I know my reality is like, it's not responsible to get a dog right now for me. But I'm going to get a fish. Like, why can I get a fish? Like, if I travel, I can, it's easy to give it to somebody to help me out and feed it, like, once a day. You don't have to pick up the poop, Like, it's something that it could be doable. Like, I was thinking of getting a fish, and it made me feel good. So I'm going to find the time to see if I, if I can go and get it. And when I go to the store and all that, I just stop by Petco if it's open. Like, what about that? Get a cool pet. A cute pet that is, it's just, let's have fun. It's hard, but believe me, it could be so much worse, It could be so much worse. Somebody's asking me if I sing. I'm like, well, I already did that. Like, I sung this morning. A single fish needs a ton of water, actually. Yeah, but my point is, like, maybe I will get a fish. I just thought about it, and I don't know why it made me happy. I was like, oh, I didn't know. I noticed. I haven't had a pet in a while because of my work. It's a lot. And I'm extremely hands-on, so if I have a pet and I'm traveling, I'm like, hey, do you feed it? Like, it's crazy. Okay, thank you, Danay. Your advice means a lot to me. Super grateful for this life. Yeah, thank you. Let's see. Miss it. One more song. I'm gonna sing more. I promise. I just been quarantined and I haven't been able to go out. I mean, I go out very little now, obviously. I'm gonna be an actor when I grow up. Great. We need you. This is a very nice live stream. Thank you. You are inspiring. Thank you so much. Any questions? Hi from Milan, Italy. You're wonderful. Oh, please take care of yourself in Italy. It's very devastating what's happening there. Hi, Danay from Italy. Hello, Italy. Big hugs to Italy right now. Love from Pakistan. Hello. Am I in California? No, I'm not in California. Algo en español para el resto del mundo. Cuídense mucho, quédense en casa y sonrían. Okay, come in Florence when everything will finish. Oh, I love Florence. Florence is so beautiful. Let's see. Any questions? Any questions? What's happening? Let's see. So, cooking, reading, writing, music, lots of things to do. Like, look, I just got this book. I didn't get it. I found it. This is a book that I've been wanting to do. That's another thing. What is the one thing that you've been wanting to do, and because of work and life, you haven't been able to do it? Like, seriously, I can promise you, all of you have something that you said, oh, I always been wanting to do that, but I never had the time. Now is the time. And if you don't find what that is that you always wanted to do and you never had the time, then you really never didn't want to do it. So let's be honest. Let's see. Let's be honest. Let's see. Hello from Japan. Hi, Japan. Do you feel similarities between current events and The Walking Dead? Do I feel... Well, there are no zombies, for once. That's a bit different. That would have changed the entire game. Believe me, it would have been very, very dirty out there. You know, what I feel that is similar is the feeling of the unknown. I feel that that is similar, and it's kind of freaky in a way, because in Fear, specifically in Fear, we actually see these characters go from a normal world to, you know, the apocalypse, and in that change, you missed how their lives used to be, and you start seeing them fear the unknown, the fear of when is this gonna end. And I remember feeling that with Madison's character, with Kim Dickens' Madison. I remember seeing her performance, the fear of the unknown. I remember seeing it with Alicia too. Frank not so much, because we kind of been living it before. But this is the part that it's just kind of odd for me. Like, it really art imitates life, or life imitates art. It just really it's human nature to not know whether this is gonna end or what's gonna happen when it ends. Like, it's weird, and that is similar. Like, each one of you right now are afraid of what's gonna happen. When is this gonna stop? Until when? That's exactly what it used to be in the apocalypse. What it is. It's weird, and up until we know when it's gonna stop, it's not gonna stop feeling, you know, that feeling of uncertainty and fear. So, yeah, so in that regard, it's similar. That kind of like, stay home until we don't know when. Okay, that's definitely not normal. It's not something that happens every day. Worldwide. That's weird. Let's see. How is it working with Latin legends like Ruben Blades? He's the best. I love him. He's an absolute legend. And I absolutely love his character, Daniel Salazar. He's awesome. Do you like France? I love France. France is a beautiful, beautiful country, and I love its people very much. Do you ever want to join The Walking Dead? Well, at this point, I feel like we're living that world. You know what's funny? I because we do a lot of cons together, and we do Comic-Con, and we do all these conventions. I've been just seeing them for a few years now, and I just kind of feel like we're in the same boat. I mean, we have different shows, but it just doesn't feel like that anymore. Like I see them 4 times a year, you know, and it's just it's always so much fun. It just feels like we're together. But I can't wait to. I mean, if we ever get a chance to act with them, for sure. You guys feel like one big family. Yes, we do. It's really nice, especially when you do. It's it really turns out to be that. Like, you see their kids grow up, and you know, it's really nice. It's really nice. Everybody's sending me hugs. Let's see, any other questions? Dinos algo en español. Gracias por estar aquí, gracias por acompañarme en esta llamada, en esta conexión. Gracias por la fortaleza que tienen todos. Y hay que seguir para adelante, seguro. Anyway, I just wanted to connect with you guys for a little bit and tell you guys that I love you very much, and that you guys have been an inspiration to me, and I care, you know, I care for how you guys feel. I've been hearing all these uncertainties, and so in a massive, such a general way, and all these adjustments are also adjustments to me, and I just want you guys to know that you're not in this together. You're not alone. You're in this. We are in this together, and we're doing it. We're definitely doing it, and I don't want it any other way. And you're not in isolation. You're not alone. I'm right here. You guys are right there. More of you, more than you, showed up. So this shows that you're not alone. Okay? Thank you so much for having coffee with me. And some toast. I will be seeing you in less than a week, for sure. We're going to do another live, and you tell me how you've been doing. Okay? Big kisses to you. Stay safe. Stay home. Stay connected. You guys are epic. Thank you for being here with me. Love you guys. Have a beautiful day.